Randy, when I saw today's date,
Yeah.
I don't know, for some reason or other, I thought Valentine's Day.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe
Jumped
because
the gun.
you and I are getting together. I don't know why.
Jumped the
I
gun a
thought
couple of months on
Valentine's.
that. What you'd be wearing red, wouldn't you, if it were Valentine's Day, or I don't
Yeah,
know.
but when I got up this morning, I didn't have my calendar in front of me, so I didn't know what time it was. So I just, but I dressed up, dude. I decided I would wear a nice looking shirt today because it's chilly out there.
Okay. You reminded me of a dad joke that I read the other day online, and I can't remember it word for word, so I'm not going to go there. But when I hunt it down, I will. You'll be the first to know.
Cool.
So,
Tell the people who you are, man.
wait. Let me get my notes. No. Randy Wooden with Goodwill Industries of Northwest North Carolina. I run our professional center based here in Winston-Salem, and happy to help if you or maybe somebody you know, professional in a job hunt, maybe employed and looking, or out of a job and really looking hot and heavy. Either way, our services are free. As always, happy to help. I work by appointment, and so find me on LinkedIn. Easy to find, and we'll get you on the calendar. Take care of you. But a couple of times a week, Teddy and I get together and shoot the breeze a little bit, talk about our big Wednesday show. But today, Monday, we always have some tips and stories and a little trivia to go along with all of that stuff. But first,
yeah. So
Teddy
hey,
Burriss.
let's shoot the breeze.
I don't know.
I don't either.
But I let the cat out of the bag, or
yeah,
mum's the word.
how'd you get the cat in the bag? But that's a whole other conversation.
I don't know. The cats don't like to go in the bag.
Hey, for those who've never met me, I'm a LinkedIn strategist, trainer, coach, consultant, guru. Hold your hand, push you forward, help you experiment with using LinkedIn as a business tool. Because if you don't understand how to use it right, you're just trying your best. And sometimes trying your best isn't the best way to get real business or career results. And I teach people in both spaces how to use it. But like my buddy said, our parole officers told us, our parole officers told us that we need to get together and do some work a couple of times a week. And so we do our Monday show. Again, Randy does the crack job of professional research, and then we'll tell you some tips, and you'll get a good joke out of our story today. You'll enjoy that, and then we'll tell you who our guest is for this Wednesday, 11:55. So, Randy, what you did the research, right?
Oh yeah, a crack research staff was burning the midnight oil. How's that? That's another little idiom to throw at you. So, births on this date: a guy named Walter Williams, not the author and kind of political guy that he may be alive still. I don't know. Not him. This is like an old time Walter Williams. 1842 he was born. His claim to fame: he claimed to be the last Civil War survivor. He died in 1959.
Oh Lordy!
Think about that. Civil War back in the day. 1860.
When was back in the day?
It's 1860s. So he would have been in his, he would have been in his early 20s. This dude died in 1959. He would have been 117.
Yeah.
If it's to be believed. So that Walter Williams.
1959, I was a year old. Was the dude still driving?
Probably bumping into cars lifting in a parking lot.
Well, kudos to him, man.
Here he comes. This guy we've all heard of. Colonel Blake from MASH. Remember that? McLean Stevenson. He was born on this date in 1927. Prince Charles, who he's been waiting in line for a long, long time. He is now King Charles III of the United Kingdom. But yeah, Prince Charles. We've known the dude for years and years. He's like, just waiting, number 2 in line there. But
sitting in the back seat of the car waiting.
He is. 1948 was his year. And also born on this date in 1954, Condoleezza Rice. She was the first female African-American U.S. Secretary of State.
Smart lady.
Big sports fan, too, for what that's worth. But in any event, so those are some of the births. All right, here's some deaths.
Okay.
All right, good luck with this one, Randy. This guy died in 1716. His name is Gottfried Leibniz from Germany.
Tootsie Roll guy. He created Tootsie Rolls.
No, but he did something that I can't even begin to even spell or pronounce. And I tried taking it for a semester in college, and that ended my science. I was going to be a geologist, I thought, until I took differential and integral calculus.
Oh, that's Ray, I loved it. I loved that stuff.
Yeah, you wrote the textbook on that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There you go. Booker T. Washington died on this date, 1915. He was an education pioneer. He first African-American on a U.S. stamp.
Ah, okay.
If you knew that or not. And, I'm an old country music guy. I used to work in country radio. And I'll tell you one song that I cry every time I hear it. They played it at a friend of mine's funeral. And it's a tearjerker. But Holly Dunn died on this date in 2016. She sang Daddy's Hands. And if you've never heard that song, Daddy's Hands, Holly Dunn, give a listen to that. And I get a little chills just thinking about it. But there are handful of songs that I found very difficult to play on the radio because when the song was over, you had to talk. I was all boo-hooey. Yeah. But that's one of them. And give a listen to that one if you haven't heard it. Events on this date, 1666, Samuel Pepys did something. Teddy, what do you think he did? Samuel
Pepys.
Yep.
Was he the first guy to use a rectal thermometer?
It's healthcare related. He conducted the first blood transfusion, but it was between two dogs. But it was the first time that took blood out of one thing and put it into another.
That's almost as hard to do as put a cat in a bag.
Especially if they're awake. You're gonna What kind of needle did they have back in that day? Like a straw or something.
Bamboo.
Probably. 1856, American Gail Borden. The last name Borden, ring a bell?
Was that Leslie? What's her name?
No, that's Lizzie Borden took an axe. But no, this one was milk, the Borden cow. Remember all, that, right? So Gail got a patent for the technology related to condensed milk. I don't even know what condensed milk is. I mean, I see it in a can. I remember my mom had it. It was like really thick, creamy kind of stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Why would you have condensed milk? Why couldn't you just like boil down regular milk, get the water off it? Maybe it is. Apparently, I'm not a chef, so just duly noted on that one. And a sad note, remember the movie We Are Marshall? Football team? Yeah, on this date, 1970. 75 guys died. DC-9 crash, Marshall University. The Thundering Herd. All right, so guys, here's the story.
All right.
I don't know where this is going to go, Teddy. We don't rehearse any of this, so we have no idea. But so there was
professionals.
In case, we'll go with that. In case you hadn't heard, there was this big Powerball. I know it's a secret; nobody knew about it, but so one dude in California, 2 billion or whatever. So that's fantasy stuff for you and me. But I'll tell you what, man, I was a big time winner. I invested in myself.
Invested in yourself.
Invested in myself. Yeah. And as a retirement plan, I was banking on, I bought lottery tickets the same day that I voted. And I was wondering, which is the bigger risk? These guys are going to do what they say they're going to do, or I'm going to be a multi-gazillionaire. Yeah. But anyway, no, I did. I won $12. So now I'm not going to tell you how much I had to spend to get it.
Yeah.
And I guess that tells you why I'm living on bread and water. But I guess the thought is, we're not, you and I aren't avid players of this stuff, right?
No.
But, just for
you and I talked about this. I bought a ticket. I bought a $10 worth of tickets as well, just for the fun of saying I played the game.
Yep. Yeah. So if we did win, Teddy, I know I'd be first on your list. And it's with a D, not a T. It's wooden with a D, right?
I get it. Yeah.
All right. So what would you do if you won? Would you take 20 years or I don't know, 30? How many years do they pay you out?
It's a 20-year annuity.
20-year. Okay.
Here, Randy, you know that I'm the financial wizard here. Okay. Because I got 2 pennies that I can rub together. Okay.
Good. Used to be nickels. Are you down to pennies now?
I'm down to pennies. So here's the fine. So take the lump sum of whatever that is, because you can. My financial advisor dude, told me that you can invest that money in, the ongoing investment portfolio world, whatever that is, and make more money than waiting 20 years to get 1/20th every year. So take it up front, whatever you can get, and I'm with him. But big picture. For the average human being, do you really need $1.9 billion in your pocket right now?
No, and after taxes, I don't know what it would be, but it would be more money than Here's another one for you. Then you could shake a stick at. There's another phrase.
I'm not going to shake a stick at my bank account. So
what might be fun, Teddy, is, and I know no bank's going to dole it out. I don't know where you get the cash, but to get like $100 bills and fill up an entire room and just swim in crumbled up $100 or $1,000 bills and just swim around. Wouldn't that be kind of weird? Be a little.
Randy, I'm going to go with that. Would be absolutely weird. Yeah.
Get you arrested too. I don't know, but yeah, you'd want to take care of things. I guess you have your family, and you have your friends. You may have your, I don't know, businesses or nonprofits that you feel strongly about. Yeah. And you think about all the good that could come of it. But on the flip side too, you see these horror stories about, people that come into this kind of cash. I mean, talking serious cash, and it just wrecks their lives.
Yeah. Because they don't know how to manage it, Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I would know how to manage it. I think that for me, I'm not going to tell anybody. If my wife finds out, I'm going to figure out a way to keep her quiet. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a professional, probably an attorney and a financial advisor, and say, look, help me make this happen. Help me make the wisest decisions so that I can get the most amount of value out of this bucket of money.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to tell anybody. What are you going to do? Besides call me and make sure I'm your
2 R's and 2 S's. 2 R's. I know it, man. It's 2 R's and 2 S's. And I may be a little different on that. I get it that you don't want to tell a lot of people, in part because you're going to have everybody knocking on your door, or you may have people wanting to kill you or kidnap you, so you have to have your security.
I have to ramp up my security detail.
Security in space.
I need more than 4 guards.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I think I do my best to keep it kind of quiet and plot things out, but also at that kind of dollar level, you're not counting nickels and pennies and dimes. And you know what? If you screw up a little bit, it's no big deal. I mean, it really isn't. But yeah, you're right. If you start doling it out and 10, 15 million here, 10, 15, next thing you know, you've gone through a few $100 million.
Yeah.
I can't even say that. I mean, it is so. Hey, look, we've got a great show coming up on Wednesday. We've got Yamile McBride, and her topic is relevant. I'll call it squishy. We talk, I'll call it life coaching. There's a whole lot of different ways. And when I call it squishy, I'm talking about, it's not how to build a bridge. It's not how to construct something. It's not how to do a resume. It's how to be more resilient in life, how to be more resourceful, and how that can apply to relationships at work, and also in your personal life. So again, it's more of that interpersonal kind of internal thing. I call it kind of squishy. Maybe that's not a good word to use for it, but those are things that also like mental health and such. It's one thing if I have a broken arm, you can see that I'm injured, but you can't necessarily see the emotional, the mental part. And so I think, we've gone a good way here over the last number of years to try to raise awareness of some of the things that we don't see. And that self-care. Yeah, we don't want to talk about it. Yeah. So Yamile is going to be in. She is a ball of fire, and in a good way. I mean, she's very energetic and enthusiastic and pumped about her topic. So we'll cover that. Hey, real quick, the tip is don't give up. We had the election a little while back, and whether it's politics, your job hunt, whatever, life's a journey, and don't give up. You're not going to get necessarily everything you want, whether it's in politics or in your personal life or in your job hunt. But keep the faith, look at incremental steps, and that incremental progress hopefully will keep you engaged.
Yeah. I use a term called BHAG. Focus on your BHAG, your big, hairy, audacious goal, and use smart steps towards getting there, and never stop stepping forward. Yeah, I'm with you, buddy.
Yep.
Hey, here's my tip, dude. Define your own life. Do everything you can to figure out what it is that you want to do. Define your life yourself, or someone's going to define it for you. If you're not purposely moving forward in your BHAG, if you're not purposely moving forward to achieve your goals, whatever those are in life, career, business, community, someone else is going to define it for you. Look, I've talked about this before. Read this book, Designing Your Life by Bill Burnett and Dave Evans. This book can change your life, because These guys are really smart dudes, and they give you some really good actionable steps for you to define your life, whether you're 20 or 64 and a half.
Got it.
Quarters.
Quarters. Yeah, let's round down. Let's call it 64 then.
Yeah. And by the way, in the book, it does not say buy lottery tickets every week.
Okay. Duly noted. Teddy, always good to get with you, man. We'll catch up on Wednesday, right?
Yep. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later on.
All right. See you.
Bye.